Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What the fuck is this?
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
It's not even what I picked.
On 1st down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out.
That shit dead, not Big Dog.
Need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit.
Nah, I was still subbing people.
Those wide
Moving them
receivers,
around.
tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control
So he
the
think he
edge
about to
and
just
make sure
run the
no
ball
one
and
from the
control the
outside
clock.
can spill the play
That shit
before he gets
dead.
there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to go for a big.
Give me that shit, bro. Let me get that.
At the goal line. A great read, and it's picked up.
Let me get that.
Past the 20-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Okay.
So much for
Gotta
the
catch the ball,
best defense
Juju.
and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Let's see.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. his first carry of the ball game. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
What'd I pick? Okay.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Anthony.
Come on, Madden, bro.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run here with McFarland.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I thought we was about to do him something dirty.
Nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation,
what the hell
they
is
can
this
still run the
UNG
football
with?
and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
What is you in, bro?
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a run with McFarland.
That's cool.
At the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Chase Young.
Tackle made by Chase Young. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We're scoreless after 1.
Not sure what that's gonna do, but alright.
On first down, McFarland. He's to the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Better quit moving them people, sir.
2 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important.
Who you said you was playing again?
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Where?
Fielded in the end zone. he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, y'all ain't let me grab him, huh? That's cool.
Prior to going out of bounds, they get the first, the decision to run on 3rd and medium.
He gonna have to throw it. My down foot hurt.
They run with Breida.
Let me hit sticking.
5 yards is the tally on
I don't like the
first
route
down.
tackle.
2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Breida. And they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They run forward Breida, and he won't get there.
No,
They
bro.
stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, and that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. Side complete. That's Johnson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, McFarland. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chase Young. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Third down, Jackson. Pressure gets to him again. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves.
Damn, you
so
bobbled an onside kick?
Wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points.
Wow.
Get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
I mean, there is, but like I ain't never seen it on this year game.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these...
Uh-oh.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Uh-oh.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
He threw a pick 6.
And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to
That's
take
cool.
some pressure
Like,
off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little
we're
bit.
not tripping. You could run it.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Knocked that down for a win, and the defense is covering.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play.
I ain't worried about the run now.
certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore
face mask.
how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot.
I don't like how y'all took my shutout away with that damn face mask penalty.
The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Win or go home, that's the name.
That boy about to go play Mike now.
With the second half of this AFC divisional round.
All the
Make it
beast.
into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Dang, good thing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead, now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second
Wait
half.
up, who?
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
He had how many receiving yards?
On second down, McFarland. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Oh, I thought you said 118.
Start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Let me stop fucking around.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the ball is out, and the defense has come up with it.
That's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? And that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. and he just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now it's Jackson. And he fends him off. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I don't know what that was.
On the tackle. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
On second down now.
Holding, right? Okay.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types
Shaking
of
my
guys
head.
rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No
Big
matter
dog,
what
you really on that
you can't
safety?
hold him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
On second down, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do
that's
a lot
cute,
better
no?
than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here tonight. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he'll be pulled down.
Come on, bro. Every time we tackle him, it's going to be a face mask?
And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Breida. And he gets it down to the 32.
Come on, big dog, bro.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's
I guess, Madden.
the final play of the
I
third
guess.
quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game.
I
We'll return
guess.
with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try to run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. On first down, they'll start with McFarland. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Chase Young. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. They got his man complete. They find some open field here. And touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster taking it in. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
quarter. You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The hell is this? Okay.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
So, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tua on 4th down. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 11 yards on the pickup there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rushing the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
41.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Oh, man.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field.
Oh, make 'em. He threw it right to
They need
you.
to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. That helps the completion
Better get
percentage,
down.
but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed, because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Tagovailoa on the keeper. Intended for number 89. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40,
What?
down at the 39. Now we'll get whistles.
OMG, bro.
And they've signaled for a timeout.
OMG.
Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Really, Madden?
However, we do
That's what's up, bro.
down. We'll check in with
I'm in front of him the whole way. Immaculate conception. I just swam like this.
Jason
This that I got.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.